It's 7:44. Welcome back. Is the attitude in the NFL changing? CBS Sports reports there is a player considering coming out of the closet before the start of next season. Wade Davis is a former NFL player who is now openly gay. And here to talk about that possibility, homophobia in pro sports, and a whole lot more. Great to finally meet you. We follow each other on Twitter, and when I saw that you'd be in town, I said, well, we've got to get him on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Let's talk about first that CBS News report that came out about a week or so ago. And, you know, they throw things out there, and who knows how credible that is. But what do you think the odds are that at some point soon we could see an openly gay NFL player?
I think that the work is being done by the NFL, by a lot of people in the LGBT movement to create a space where an athlete will feel safe to come out. I do think it'll be in hockey first, actually.
Really?
I think the influx of Canadian players and European players, they're just less hung up about identity and sexuality as us Americans are. So I think that it'll happen in hockey first, but I think the NFL is doing great work.
No matter which sport it is, what do you think that player is going to face?
I think that player is going to face a lot of love from his teammates. Yeah. I think the player may also face some hatred from fans, you know, from people in the media and whatnot. So I think that there'll be a mixture.
Now, you have a unique perspective, of course, playing for a few different NFL teams, being in that locker room, you know, mingling with your fellow teammates. Whenever that happens, what is that going to be like? Because we've seen some amazing athletes already come out in support of equality, and we've seen some come out just as equally against it. So what are they going to face with that?
I think they're going to face a mix, you know. There'll probably be 90% of the teammates that'll be fine with it, but there'll be a splattering of guys that say, you know what, I'm okay with you being gay, I just don't want to hang around you.
Do you think it's easier, and this just may be sort of throwing something out there, but do you think it would be easier for a player to come out that we already sort of know, that is established, as opposed to someone, say, being openly gay from the start of his career?
I think it'll be easier if he actually enters the NFL and he's already gay than to actually come out while he's actually playing.
Now, what kind of impact do you think that something like this in pro sports would have on young people? I mean, you and I are just a couple months apart in age. You know, when we were growing up, we didn't have, you know, gay role models in professional sports. You know, that wasn't even in the realm there. So what does this do for the future?
I think it prevents another Wade Davis from being out there. It prevents an athlete from living in the closet, because they can see someone else who's actually doing it. And there's a theory that I live by, that you can't become what you don't see.
Now, you know, you were in the NFL for a while. What was that experience like for you, having to be Wade Davis, the player, and Wade Davis, the gay man, but those two could not be the same person?
When I was on the field, when I was with my teammates, it was relatively easy because I didn't think about the idea that I was gay. But when I was alone in my own silence, like, that was the hardest part, because I couldn't hide anymore.
Well, now you're speaking out and have a story to share with a new book coming out sometime next year. You spoke at TCC last night in downtown Norfolk. Thanks so much for sharing your story with us.
Thank you so much.
Good to have you. It's 7:47. Time for weather and traffic together on the 7s. It's been